Hello. So now I have my small cape from Egypt. So this is quite awesome. This is like whoa, made in Egypt. This is actually from Sinai, where Moses got his 10 commandments. So that's the right place where I've been. Saint Catherine, in next to Dahab. Dahab, very nice place to actually do nothing, which is good sometimes. So wait. Guru position, because I look like a guru. Opera. And this is the time to talk about a small book. 240 pages, something like this. I just didn't manage to make it edited and published properly in France, to be honest. So okay, I guess maybe my fault, huh? But I can talk at least the guidelines very fast if I can, or like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, about like the plan, like what was in the rational wannabe essay, super rational. Yeah, I know I don't look very rational right now with my feet like this, but it's okay. It can be good to be entertaining sometimes. So now let's talk seriously, if I can. The title, okay. This is for people who can understand French. Quand Lucifer tuera Dieu, it's like when Lucifer will kill God. So it starts well already. It's like, what do you want? No, it's not like about believing in the devil instead of believing in God. I don't believe that much in trying to believe in something, so unless I see them, but I'm using metaphors. Okay, this like what I like in all the mythologies, religions, metaphors. So this is an essay that actually sometimes looks like hater style. I have to be honest, creative hater style. And I'm like, do I really want this? In the name of the energy, sometimes you just want to say, yeah, okay, whatever, like, yeah, I like you, okay, let's keep talking something else, or let's change the topic. You know, sometimes also in the name of just being right, for being right, you can just spoil all the atmosphere. I need to put it more like that, I guess, makes me more okay, and like to cover. Actually, I have some paint on my foot, so stupid, and here too. But anyway, okay. Summary, sommaire in French, okay? So like, this is like chapters and everything. I just got a biological approach of religions. I found it interesting, but then many people don't find it interesting. Don't talk about mine. This is ridiculous somewhere else. Like now you look like Hindu guy or whatever, guru. This is ridiculous, but what we take in the priest and the church super serious, or the imam and the mosque super serious according to where you're born, where you grew up, or like the Buddhist thinking, it's more serious if it's a simple temple, knowing that actually Buddha was coming from a Hindu family and he came out from Hinduism. Well, I'm playing, okay, just playing. Start bad already. Okay. And that's from Egypt. It's not even Indian style. So come on. In Egypt also they have nice stuff like this. Okay, enjoy. Okay. So chapter 1, birth of religion. I call it to explain the unexplainable. That's when you need something to rely on, you need an understanding of the universe. You cannot just be like, life is meaningless, why I'm here? There must be something else. And I understand asking the right questions is beautiful. I strangely admire, these people who could not know much, and still now we cannot know everything despite science and all. There are a lot of mysterious things, and sometimes we should enjoy the mysterious things. And that's what makes someone being in love to somebody no matter what. Like, no, but you have no reason to be in love with that person. The friends will say, yeah, but that's how I am, or this and that. Enjoy mysterious things, why not? So I don't want to be like hating all people who belong to a religion. It's not useful. But then I got to speak my mind and to find everything I found hateable for something that says that God is love. Yeah, hateable, or just not that much lovable at least. Okay. Chapter 2, to make an hypothesis, one affirmation, like to say, now this hypothesis we having, maybe it's like this. No, now it's just, it is like this. So that's what I called childhood of religion. Then chapter 3 already, Then I go in sub-chapters, like sub-parts and everything. That's when, like, it's like back from the background in law school. So that's when you want to divide in different arguments and divide again until you understand. It's like Russian puppet, infinitely doable. Chapter 3, communitary appropriation of truth with a capital T, a big T, tag. Oh, what did I do? Big truth that is one and a total truth. So this is appropriate, like this is the community taking that truth and saying we hold that truth. We, the community. Religion means making the people together. So that's why I call like almost the teenagerhood is like going to the adulthood. So that's why I'm talking about the religion most of the time becoming monotheistic, because going from teenagerhood, like the childhood, to adulthood. So then I'm talking with subchapters, monotheism and polytheism, two different logics. Like one would be open-minded in taking different gods, so many. The other is like, no, now there's only one God. And I think actually that's what I noticed in Iran, so I should put more information into this. Zoroastrianism is the first monotheism, somewhat, I would say, from Persia. Like alongside with Judaism, let's say, so like one of the oldest monotheisms. Okay, so then elaboration and appropriation of this absolute truth. Then the logical postulate that the rest of the world is not holding this truth. It's a subchapter. So if you hold that truth, the rest of the world just doesn't have it. And then the speaking example of hell. Hell for the others who don't belong to that thinking, let's say. For the afterlife, okay? Then God exists, His stories too, and you need to submit to it. That's what I call the theological masterpiece. So I'm talking about the construction, the elaboration of abstract authorities, and then how in the materialistic world, not the now of today, like not the materialism of today, the one of like everything is material, like in the reality, how it became with hardcore consequences. Then chapter 4, the will to spread that truth with a capital T, tatam, and to influence, like the influencers do often. So I hope I'm not trying that. I'm trying to de-influence maybe. Because I don't want them to. It's not because I look like a guru that I want to become one that much, man. I'm playing. Let me play sometimes. To will to spread that truth and to influence on our lives. That's adulthood of religion. So this is with sub parts again. That was the 4th chapter. The will is alongside of this absolute truth that the community was holding. Then I analyzed many things about intolerant, optionally violent lines, just lines of the religious text, like whatever they come from. They are sometimes not that chill lines, even if they tell you, yeah, but God loves you, yeah, but wow, that's hardcore sometimes. But if you want to take it in the mythological speech, this is very nice. I mean, nice. Poetic, like in Lord of the Rings, many people die, and that's part of the game, So I like the things. Then the interest of, wow, that's a French term, laïcité. So let's just say secularism. Chapter 5, the will to protect the truth, capital T, again, of the speech that is now actually criticized, like a bit with some Is it that true after all, you know, like centuries pass, you know? And the fact that they cannot do it with success to protect that truth, capital truth of the speech, it's called just oldness and then death, natural death, like all human beings, all beings of all natural beings, including me, everybody, you, well, sadly, I'm sorry for you, and that's how we do. We go and we decline. So now I'm comparing these eternal ideas that want to be eternal with this will to protect the truth, and it doesn't work anyway that well. That's why I call it the decline. So then I'm talking about the relationship with science. Okay, so I got to ask to cool biologist friend about a few things, and a friend also studying medicine and everything, like trying to see the because I'm not from a scientist background. Normally I have a law background until I faced a law university that was not respecting law. I didn't want to be diplomatic. It's another story, but okay. But they must make fun of me if they see this video. Hi, bitches. Two logics that are actually in conflict. But I'm also talking about being careful with excessive holiness, strangely, of sciences, that can bring to treating, to quote Bakunin from the 19th century, treating man like scientists would treat a rabbit, basically. Hope the cape is going good. Nah, I'm not that good for these things yet. Need to learn. Then can religious posture be defended rationally? So actually, Saint Thomas. How Aquinas? Yeah, in English you say like that. In French we say Saint Thomas d'Aquin. In the 13th century, he was trying to bring rationalism in Christianism. After discovering Aristotle from the Greek background, you know, like the Greek antiquity background, that was actually put alongside, put like into darkness, let's say, because it was in conflict with the theological official speech. And then I'm talking about the highway to reason, 8 degrees of scientist skepticism. So like how to be hardcore atheist up to whatever you want to go, up to like with the middle kind of agnostic. I would say I allow myself to be wrong if I see I'm wrong, which is good, you know, deep down the heart speaks like I would like to be wrong, you know, and like there is no shame in being wrong. For many people, yeah, there is, so that's also a problem. But like yeah, that can be a good experience to be wrong, especially if you know that your closed ones, loved ones, who unfortunately died during your lifetime, are actually in a good place. That's beautiful. It's good to know or to admit that we don't know for that, but still talking here, these 8 degrees of like from hardcore believer, like everything is the right thing according to the text and that's it, to hardcore atheist, they are wrong and I know it. So the 8 degrees I'm making. Then the necessity, that's a subpart again, to defend the truth, but also the goodwill, like the goodness, that's it, the goodness, what makes them having a heart, and then realization of the weakness of the offered arguments. So if you cannot defend yourself rationally, at least defend yourself irrationally, to bring to the past, to call to the past for the past traditions. After all, you need to protect this legacy to legitimate everything going on in the present. Then the so-called monopoly of the heart, what makes me crazy sometimes. I'm like, wow, I'm often trying to be a very good person, But like people, just because you don't believe officially in God, like very officially, the God has this text or all the texts they were together, you're a bad person, huh? No, I mean, at least I'm not trying to be a good person for reaching the super nice place after death, you know. And I'm not even sure. Looks like boring sometimes, but if you go to heaven, as I said before, there should be a funny heaven, the real one, and a boring heaven instead of hell. Hell is just not chill. Here, painting myself going to hell anyway. It's like auto-portrait, I guess. Maybe I deserve it sometimes. I don't know. I'm talking about like, how to make you believe like only believers can be good people. And the others, they feel they can just do anything they want. They're not gonna face any sanctions. It's true in the practical way. They don't face any sanctions. I think the sanctions, hell and heaven, as metaphors are first of all in your brain. If you just followed by guilt all the time for after having done something that you knew deep down was wrong, you don't want to blah blah for hours around it, you just knew it was wrong. You can use your imagination from the collective one, individual one, as you want, imagining yourself as a demon or just someone like who has been just following Satan. That's why I'm like talking Lucifer killing God as the guy who is in the rebellion against God, because he's strangely humanist, like Prometheus with Zeus stealing the fire and giving it to the man. He's the one who told maybe man to just follow this, take that apple after all, and you know, God is asking things sometimes that I think even the devil would not dare to do, like killing the son Isaac. To like Abraham, kill your son. If you love me, you should do it. Or also, I wanna say weirdly, but it's just the truth, that more people have been killed in the name of God than in the name of the devil. Strangely. So okay. Then I'm talking about the shield. That's a very important one. The shield of interpretation. Yeah, but I interpret it this way and this way and this way, and the other say, yeah, me, it's more like that way. But it's beautiful, why not? If it's like practical, it helps you to hold to being a good person in the very practical way, do it. And I like myself, actually, that's why I wrote the book. Many, they pretend they are Christians, Muslims and all, they don't even read the so-called book they swear on. They need someone else to read it for them. So that's the part I don't understand. Like, I'm atheist normally, so far between agnostic and atheist, allowing myself to be sometimes wishy-washy if I'm not sure, but like I still read stuff, not all, sometimes it's like sometimes so heavy, but once I find some stories, I like to use them as like I have interest for the Greek mythologies, the Scandinavian one, Egyptian one, and it's hard to know about all mythologies after all. But if you dare to say you belong to that, my best advice to tell the Muslims, read your book. Tell the Christians, read your book. Tell the Jewish, read your book. Tell the Hindu, read the Veda, read your book, and so on, enjoy. I like when Krishna is telling Arjuna to go to battle, not to have hesitation and everything. It's interesting. It's full of like philosophies, thoughts that were thought back in the time, from very ancient times. So yes, for sure, it's all wisdom. But like, I'm talking now about the shield of interpretation, saying that maybe there are 7 billion of religions rather than just like 3 to 10, you know. But like saying all the time, yeah, but killing them all, actually it means slapping them all, or not even slapping is too violent, telling them, hey, it's not good infidels to do that, but then, okay, no, sometimes killing, fire, check the keywords in the books, and you cannot call, like we say in French, to call a cat, to appeler un chat. So, yeah, just read, and you cannot say, according to my interpretation, Voldemort is the good guy, and Harry is like, well, that's weird, but okay, good luck. And then, to call, like to denunciate intolerance, that's like the paradox, like the intolerant saying, hey, you intolerant, Like the hater saying, hey, you're a hater. Hey, you hate atheists for the whole time. You hate people killing themselves, wishing them hell for the whole time. You tell this and that. You always judge the others, and then, hey, you hater. I'm not gonna reply to your hate. Oh, okay. That's like what I'm talking about. Like the haters crying about the haters, bro. But they're not all haters. But in the books have haters lines. That's why I'm happy when people are less than 51%, like in equities, like in a company, religious. Once they're like, yeah, I am this, that, Muslim, atheist. No, it is not a religion, but Muslim, Christian, Hindu, but they actually don't know that much, so it makes them just good human beings, laughing at what is laughable according to them, enjoying life, enjoying the ordinary things. And then they're like, oh, yeah, I am from that tree of knowledge or whatever. It's a strange thing to say, but I am from that branch, okay? But after all, no, like they don't respect it all, and very fortunately for us, the rest of the world. Then I'm talking about permanent relativism. It is a misery of philosophy to always think everything is relative all the time. Wow, that's at some point like, yeah, but, the yeah, but, the yes, but, at some point, if you want just to spend your time turning around, holding the cigarette and the cup of wine and whatever, no, but if you want to turn around things, and something is just written very clearly, no, sometimes just no, it's just not right, you're gonna, if you think you're improving the world, just turning around concepts, thinking that's what makes you smarter, to talk longer about things that's like sometimes just so clear right in your, like in front of your eyes, just no. It's cowardice, it's very coward. And then this one, oh, that's why I look like this now. It's everything, but it's hot now. It's everything but ridiculous. So wait, they will tell you, no, don't think it's ridiculous. And then we see this guy having these kind of things. He has a big beard. They look crazy. Ashram and all. They look so crazy. Now I'm going to go to the church on the Sunday morning. But you also look crazy maybe for some of them. And they're not even saying you're crazy. Some people, yeah, I guess. But like, what is crazy now, There's a geography conception of craziness. So that's why you like, I play the game now. I'm just playing, okay? I'm even crossing my legs the whole time of the video. It's getting a bit burnish here, but no, it's okay. I'm flexible. That's a good part. But this geographic thing of what is ugly or not, like ugly into yeah, I think it's bad to think like this, it's good to think my way. There is the truth, that's it, it's just like that, okay. And then to think ridiculous, laughing at others, and then suddenly you think that your own misconceptions of reality are the ones who take super seriously. Hey, respect my stuff now. That's the weird thing. And then the ultimate argument, what if actually it was all true? So then to check what it would be like if it was all true, okay? And then the conclusion, why Lucifer will need to kill God, that's just poetry. I don't believe in the devil. Sometimes I want to do like the boo effect, selling my paintings $666, which is so specific, just to see I have this weird provocative disorder, but after it's respected, it's a disorder. But like I have this weird will to check if you're gonna feel scared or not by the price or whatever, by the painting itself, like strong hardcore thing sometimes. Okay, and then I need to go into, okay, chill, nice things, like, okay, just focus on beautiful landscape sometimes, because the world is beautiful, the people in it, not always, but the world for sure, it's beautiful. People will be nice sometimes according to what you tell them, which is pity. A beautiful thing would be to fucking disagree, sorry for the F word, to super disagree one to another and still love each other. I got a super great no, terrible actually. She made me so angry. Argument with a Christian girl. Yeah, but I was born Christian. You cannot be born something. You need people to put the ideas in your brain first. And yeah, but I have an Irish origin, so I am Catholic. I'm born Catholic. This is my culture. Yeah, as I would have been Catholic too as a French guy. But anyway, after we made nice love, I guess God is love in that case. And well, she liked it. I liked it. And actually, I was like, I still hate you for what you said from the argument. Teasing. But yeah, it was okay. You know, like we texted each other sometimes. If you like, I wished her happy birthday or whatever. And she was like, yeah, you're actually a good, strong memory. Yeah, you too. Okay. Even if, how could you say you were born this, you know? But okay, whatever. As long as practically between human beings, we still like each other, love each other. That's beautiful. Okay, that's how to finish a video in 25 minutes. Time to rest my legs, I guess. Okay, up, little.